Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. It's Millennialnp here. I just wanted to tell you I had quite a bit of some trouble when I was filming this video, a lot of troubleshooting. So just FYI, I apologize in advance. So I hope you enjoy and thanks for following me. Hey you guys, this is going to be my video footage for you guys for filing for your nurse practitioner license. I am currently in the state of Florida, so this is the Florida MQA online services. Florida nurses have to register not only here, but we have to register also nurses if you're going to be a travel nurse. If you're also going to be registering licenses, so like let's say that you happen to have, I don't know, a license in aesthetics as well, this is where you would go and do it also. So I wanted to do a quick run through of the process of how to do this because no joke, I spent like 3 hours trying to figure this crap out. This is so difficult. It's painful. I mean, I have spent hours. One time when I was trying to renew my travel license, I had to call them up and that took hours. Sitting on the phone waiting for them to answer is just like, but I wanted to walk you guys through this so that you can figure out, or you can kind of, if you're a Florida nurse, this will really help you. If you're not, I'm going to assume that the process is somewhat similar. So the website already informed me that it's going to take 7 to 10 business days for them to finish the process, which I don't believe that. Everybody I've talked to says it is taking way longer. I heard somebody tell me like 41 days. I was like, oh my God. Okay. Well, for those of us who didn't do this or who probably couldn't do it before because you needed to wait for, certification and or waiting for a number like your approval. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to log in here. And I did, as you saw, I kind of already filled in a bunch of stuff. This is like asking me, oh, confirm your stuff. You are going to go down to my application, start a new application. So then you would go ahead and go down to nursing, which is right here. You would go down to nursing, click that. Then you would figure out which one you're looking for. So you would put, well, this is giving me the options as an LPN. So if we were doing LPN, you would be doing that. So yes, so moving on. So you would select advanced practice nurse. The code is 1711 for Florida nurse. So now it's going to say, hey, would you like to continue working on your application? I'm going to be like, yes. I'm going to select that. Now it's going to think. So these, if you are in Florida, all of these details have to be filled out 100%. All of this has to be done. Place to go to. I went to the nursinglicensure.org, and not just Florida shows up on this site. I believe it shows you kind of what requirements to look for across the country, and click on your state. So I'm clicking Florida. And so then here it takes me directly to this page that talks about requirements. Now, I did find that one of the links was not actually active and it took me to this page, and I guess, the official government site changed it. Okay, so it takes me to this page, right? So we're here, ARNP application. And here, if you click here, it says floridanursing.gov licensing advanced registered nurse practitioner. So this is for Florida nurses, and I know this is moving across the country. So I had to do this for the first time. I think about like 2 or 3 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, when I was renewing my license. Of course, I couldn't renew at the same time. I didn't have anything together, so I'm gonna have to do this dumb process again. So Florida moved to a new system of providing this thing called a live scan. And so what they're doing is they're fingerprinting you, and the fingerprints stay in the system for a certain amount of time. They use this live biometric scanning information, which really kind of personally creeps me out. But hey, I don't really have a choice in the matter. If I want to practice, I have to do it. So you'll go to the Florida Nursing website, you'll follow the instructions, and then you will get this ORI number. And the ORI number lasts for, I think, 3 months, maybe. Don't quote me. And so what it is it opens an application for you to go ahead and turn in live scan fingerprints to your board. And like I said, it stays in the board. It stays in a database for a certain amount of time, and then you have to go do it again. So they're no longer requesting like I remember I didn't have to be fingerprinted. Like, I think I only had to do it once. Well, now it's like every renewal, I think you have to go through this process, which is like, I don't know, it's really painful. So you do this ORI number, you have to go get a live scan. Mind you, not every state has them. So when I was travel nursing, I had to renew my license, and my license is in Florida. This was really, really a hassle because nobody in the state where I was currently traveling has a live scanner. Like, it's like one person, or like one police department has it or something. So I had to go to a place to get my fingerprints rolled onto a card, which is the official way to do it, and then have that card not just sealed. It had to be sealed by somebody. The official fingerprinter person has to have a certain license for it to be sealed so that it can then, okay, this is complicated, it can then get sent to a live scan machine in Florida, so that then they can scan my fingerprints to that through that company and then send that crap to the board. I mean, are you kidding me? And so not only that, you're not in, if you're traveling to another state and you have to do this process, you have to scan. If you need to do one of these live scans, like, your two options are go back to the state where you're from and get it done at a Florida one, and it goes directly there, which is probably the cheapest way to do it. Or you have to do it the route I'm just explaining right now, which is you go to a place, get your fingerprints rolled, send the rolled fingerprints to the live scan company in Florida, have them then rescan those fingerprints, which then get turned digitally, which then gets sent into the board. Okay. That is what it took for me to do this. And it was not cheap because it's kind of a small niche in the market right now. So you can shop around, but dang, this was like annoying. So if you're a travel nurse, you can try to get your company to cover this for you. But if you're not, or you're filing for a new license like I am, you're going to have to pay for this. All right, done with that explanation. Alrighty, you guys. So that whole thing got really complicated really fast, like I mentioned. So I couldn't go back and really show you everything, but I do want to tell you that these websites take quite a while to upload. So just FYI, refresh, log in, log out. Like, I had to wait a few minutes for actually everything to really upload and update onto the site. I can assume they're just really backed up, and I'm not surprised. So finally, I was able to pay for my licensing. This is what it looks like when you are waiting for the status of your license to go through. Everything is different depending on your state, so please check that website I showed you. Like I mentioned, here it is. This is what it looks like. This is when I pretty much started the application. Well, this is when it expires apparently, but I worked on it today and I've paid for it. So now I'm waiting for them to tell me, okay, what am I missing? Stuff here, probably, since I've kind of seen a page like this before, since I recently renewed my license, and that horrible explanation I gave you prior was about, you know, like how you have to send in fingerprints. I have to do that all over again for this. They will most likely, because it's, you know, it's a license. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take to get my license pretty much ready. This is quite a complicated system, not like back in the day when you'd pass your NCLEX and you literally just got your number and you knew, and everything was great. If you have a job lined up, the fastest thing you can possibly do for your job is to pass your boards as soon as possible and start this process if you want to be licensed within a reasonable amount of time. And so I'm going to assume like 2 months is probably going to be the fastest. And my job is aware of that, and I think a lot of jobs are kind of understanding of how this is going, because a lot of people are using the site, not just a Florida site, but just a lot of other sites to get their licenses through. Like I mentioned, everybody's website is going to be a little different. This is kind of what mine looks like, and this has been recently updated. This is not where I used to have to do stuff for NCLEX, but mind you, I don't really want to go on these sites every other day. So thank you guys for following me. I hope this somewhat helps some of you guys.